Hi YouTube, I've got a couple of days off work because the current situation can't go anywhere, so I thought I'd do a bit of a van tour. Parked up midday, there's the lake in there, some memories in there. Ivan is parked up here in the bush. Sun's up there, so what I'm doing is testing the solar panel in the windscreen. It works outside brilliant. I tested it yesterday and it does work. I'm not sure if there's a bit less charge, but my usage is so little. So there's Ivan. Parked up. Solar panel in the windscreen. Getting the right thumping charge. We've got a bit of spring weather. About 10 degrees plus. So take you in. There's the C-Tech doing its job. As you can see, solar in, leisure battery charging. I mean, my battery's at 98%. This is a bit of a van tour video. I don't think you can get any simpler than this, the way I'm doing it, because technically the only power draw from this 120 amp hour RGM battery is my Chinese diesel heater. Cab, van tour, yeah. Iveco Daily cab. Modifications I've done on the cab. Well, the only thing is, because it's got these two cigarette sockets, I've put in this one here, which does the sat nav. I can charge my phone there. There's two going into it. Probably a bit complicated and you won't understand it, but this one here goes in there and then runs down the back. And when I'm driving, powers my fridge. The other one powers a little, I think I'll have to get in. Socket there, so that when you're driving you can charge up your phone or something. I can charge up my power banks. There's a video on those. There's about 100 hours of charging on them. Really good. Technically I've got one in my pocket charging the phone as I'm filming this. Yeah, very happy. Loads of power there just to, when you're off grid, to charge. Diesel heater is under the driver's seat in there. There's enough videos out there, so don't really need to go into too much. Comes out there, the hot part, T-joint, goes that way, runs into the back of the van, and I've got this little vent here that warms the front of the van. So this is a van tour. Kitchen, probably just step back outside, give you a good shot of it. So there's my kitchen. Simple 2-burner hob. It does have electric start, but didn't bother to wire that up. Just do it with a lighter. In here utensils drawer, pull out extendable work surface, not a chopping block because we all know that mistake. Folds in there. Underneath the big drawer with plates, cups, storage jars with porridge, hot chocolate and couscous. Scary mix, not really full. Underneath that, probably scary is the emergency toilet that's only used for big jobbies. Number ones I do in a bottle. Underneath there is my utensils thing. It's not on runners, it's just an aluminium box with a front on. Inside, yeah, could survive 6 months probably. Probably get boring. Above that, another big cupboard. I can't really get my head around. Yeah, pot noodles, eggs, tuck biscuits, some drink, honey, vegetables. I mean, it's not being used to the proper purpose. Yeah, and as you can see there, that grey pipe is the heating going into the back. This one here is my gas locker, clips off. So underneath there I've got 2 propane bottles, one's empty, and because of the current situation it's probably been a bit tricky to get a new one, but one of these boys lasts me 6 months cooking in my van. So yeah, can't get much cheaper than that. Above I've got all my pots and pans that I need, hi-fi system, little garlic jar there, it's got some nice courgettes in, and shallots, not courgettes, noodles, spaghetti, utensils, coffee, tea, spice rack. Nice big work top because I do like to cook. It's probably one of my kitchens, yeah, taking up a bit of space in the van. On the other side, the sink, typical van tour video. It's washing up to be done. This was a €30 workshop sink. No electrics either, a foot pump, because originally I bought this tap with a hand pump, but you had to pump with one hand, so how can you wash your hands? Thank you, Ben. So luckily it failed, and I rebuilt it to fit the foot pump, and the handle, take off this toilet kitchen roll, there's the hand that used to pump. So it's really good for your kitchen roll. Just stick it on there. That's where my plant was, but he really didn't like being in -2 coming from New Zealand, so he's at work being safe. Above that I've just got a little thing for matches, cigarette lighter, the keys for the back door. Underneath, that's why I've got no extra lighting, is it's one of these strip lights. You can put it on or put it on sense mode, so it'll notice you coming in, come on automatically. LED, USB charging. In the winter I probably need to charge them up every 4 days. Underneath here grey water, fresh water, so grey water 0, and that's the way I go. I think this needs some tweaking. In here, this scary round cupboard that I had to get my head round, but I wanted a round cupboard. Face wipes, washing powder, toilet paper, 7 litres of water, just for emergency, dustpan and brush. So that's pretty cool in there. So I didn't put a fridge in here because obviously with the windscreen and everything the fridge gets really hot. So if I come back into the living area, my fridge is here because it's the coolest part of the van, even when it's like 35 degrees outside. Whether I'll connect it to the leisure battery, I'm not too sure, because in the summer I put a litre of ice in there, and if you're driving around a bit, keeps it cool. There's a 240 socket. If I'm on a campsite I can hook up to that and power the fridge. So yeah, minimalistic, very simple 12-volt system. The only thing I'm planning is to, well, I've ordered it, is a USB charger, smart charger with its own built-in fuse, so I don't need a fuse box, because everything from C-Tech comes with its own fuses. And that cable then goes up through that dividing wall along the top there in shadow, and then down to the battery. Table, very simple, looks nice in not table mode, but that, I did do a video on it. It just pegs in there, and then I pull out this recycled drawer that used to be my IKEA daybed. It's got a little foot, so you've got lots of foot room underneath, no big post in the middle, so it's pretty easy if you're 2 people sitting here. If one wants to get out, it's pretty easy. So closed storage there. There's another one here that will need to be tweaked. It's a bit too long, and you can see it's only half full. Oops. So that's it. This side, a nice big sofa with a load of storage underneath. There's the heater vent blowing the hot air in the back. I did put all these lovely vents with copper sprayed grills on, but they're all blocked up because when it's -12 outside, and obviously there's no heat in the back there, it was just pulling all the cold air. So yeah, I blocked them all up. This does stay warm underneath there because the diesel heater going in there. Underneath there, loads of storage, not even full. I put these plastic boxes on runners, so there's still lots of space underneath, and as you can see, candles, batteries, kitchen roll, hot water bottles, very needed. So, and technically these cushions, and they make up the second bed. So there's my bed. That's it in summer mode. So we'll come out here. That's a view you'll get out the back of the van in summer, to stop the drafts in winter. I've got a wool blanket there, it's rolled up at the minute. That'll come down, and this bed then pulls out. I'm not going to pull it out because there's a video about it. But what's been saving my bacon when it's cold without running the diesel heater is this curtain that just pulls across there like that, and there's a carabiner that I'll hook up there, so it goes nice and tight to the top of the van, and that technically shuts off the bed. You can tuck it underneath the mattress and it keeps all your body heat in there, so even if it's 0 in this part, you've still got about 3 degrees when you're sleeping. And it's on these aluminium or stainless steel cabling, you can pull it, or you could you can then pull it along them when it's in double bed mode. So that's really cool, gives a bit of privacy, and like I said, keeps you warm. Obviously you can't pull it out when it's on the carabiner in the middle, so that's stupid. That just hooks in there. All this leather work like that. I mean, I got given a load of bridles, so all my handles for me larder box, toilet, getting in, they're all like nice leather to keep me pots and pans from falling out. They're like rains. Looks nice, keeps the style of the van, I think. Up here above the cab, chaos area. There's me windscreen thermal things that I made, so they go up there in the daytime. Inside the cab, I had to do all this myself, rebuild it, because the original one was in such a mess. Up there I've got a fire extinguisher and a rescue hook, super scary stuff. Because my van, I bought it with a Ribesco parking heater in, so there's remote control from that. So when I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving to work, I don't put on the Chinese diesel heater, I switch that on, warms up the engine, defrosts the window, because we have had it pretty cold. So yeah, I suppose that's about it internally. View from the cab, probably crappy lighting and all that, but yeah, I'm happy. I probably would have built it differently after living in now for since the 1st of October 2019. Anything else? So, well, passenger door, torch, really cool, cleaning stuff, battery charger when I charge up at work, but like at the minute I'm not really needing that. So take you around the back. So that's the arse end of Ivan. You can see there's the bed. I've got my bike in there. There's the fridge. 240 hookup point. Fishing gear, fishing rods, all in there. So he's a pretty adventurous guy. There's me camper table there. The chairs and everything in the back there. Behind the bike I've got this aluminium box with bulbs, fuses, tow cables, yeah, just everything technically for the van. To get two bikes in the back here though, I've got to shorten that drawer down to that support, and then we'll get two bikes in. You only have to take off the wheel and the seat. I think it's a lot safer than having a bike rack on the back. So he looks pretty stealthy. All he's got is one window and the aluminium box on the back, which is pretty cool because I store my awning in there. And me Barbie. So if I open him up, it's empty at the minute obviously because it's winter, but my awning goes in there. Barbecue, outdoor shower that I've made because I don't have a shower in the van. So, and the awning, there's a video on that if you go to my channel. I think all in all it cost me about €80. It's a Decathlon trekking tarp, and that technically hooks up on there on that aluminium building concrete levelling thing that I bought from Obi for €11. But it works brilliant. Probably on my YouTube channel is not that well documented that you can find it, but go and skip through the videos, you'll find it. But it worked. I mean, we've had it in a really big storm in the Black Forest, been tested in snow, works really well. So yeah, probably my longest video that I've ever done. As you can see, we still got some snow over there. We've got this scary thing called föhn, where the hot African air comes over the mountains and warms everything up, but that's going to be gone by tonight, and we're going back into winter mode. It's going to start snowing. It's going to start getting really cold again. So yeah, long video for me, but I hope you liked it. I think you can build a van without going all high-tech, scary, because like I said, I've been living now 18 months in the van. The first winter I had no heating apart from the built-in one, which I couldn't use because I wouldn't be able to drive wake up in the morning. But I was lucky last year, it was mild. It was a very mild winter. Yeah, so electrics, don't think you need all that sort of stuff really, or I don't. There's easier ways to get around it, just using chargeable lights, etc, etc, or maybe I'm just lazy and couldn't be bothered to do it. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, keep yourself safe, and till next time.